Howdy, folks. Welcome back to Rimworld. Give me just a moment and we'll get right into the game here. Okay, so where did I leave off? Looks like I left it in a mess. So, what do we have going on over here? We have Gore Hulks. Okay, I remember this now. Got attacked by a bunch of these guys right before the end of the session. Got a bunch of them up here ready to be chopped up. We captured one right over here in a spot that has a 74 strength, and I think, yeah, these have a 60 containment strength required. So I don't know if that means that it's less likely to escape, or if that means that there is no likelihood of escaping. If I click here, does it escape interval? Never. Okay, interesting. Containment strength, study interval of 2 days, and it provides 2.1 basic for study. Extract bioferrite. Doctors will extract bioferrite from the captured entity whenever possible. This extraction method is simple but inefficient. Can't be done if the entity is attached to a bioferrite harvester. Okay, so this seems like it is something we can do before having access to a harvester. So requires bioferrite extraction. Maybe I should have read the entire box. That would be over here, I'm guessing. Okay, yeah. I haven't really had the chance to research too many things. I didn't have anything captured, so I didn't do any research on extraction. So, okay. That's how that kind of works. Looks like a warg has decided to hunt somebody, so that looks like it's down here. This is the warg in question, and Nico is already on it. So let's handle this first before I get into seeing what else is being done. Alright, no problems there. And I'm just going to leave it on 1 speed while I have a look around. Looks like people are hauling things. We have a goose just sitting here. It must have been part of the caravan that was helping to defend. Oh, helping. They were here when the Gorehulks attacked. We have a growing zone that's empty. We don't need any more tea for the time being, I believe. Yeah, because we have 700 tea leaves. Alright, what do we plant instead? We have plenty of rice growing, so I'm not going to worry about that. Hay grass might be nice. I know I'm switching all my floors over to tatami, so I might need some more of this. So we're going to allow them to sow that. Yoko's out here just cloud watching, it seems. Just lying on the ground, looking at stuff. Something I might want to do. I did build a hospital over here in the corner. So it's pretty simple. Nothing too extravagant, just beds in a room. I might move it. Oh, excuse me. I might move it over here a little bit, just so that the northern door faces the hot spring, because the hot spring is a healing spring, according to the research, I believe. So if we go over to the Kijin research, yeah, we enhanced it with healing powers. And that's fueled with herbal medicine. So it's not like we're getting it for nothing. We do actually have to spend fuel on it. Looks like everyone's busy cleaning up the mess. That's great. What else is going on? Animals in the area? Oh, right. I remember there were some dromedaries that had stuff on them, so I decided to hunt them. And then we're just gonna go ahead and pause as some chimeras decide to approach. So, again, excuse me. A group of twisted animal-like chimera monsters have appeared nearby. Misshapen beasts will watch your colony, waiting for an opportunity to attack. They are skittish and may retaliate if provoked. And then, of course, it's based off our colony wealth, plus a little bit of adaptation modifier, so we're getting a 10% added on because we've been playing and surviving long enough. So here we are. We've got a grand total of 7 chimera. I don't think there's any difference between them other than, like, there looks like the boar I don't think has any better or worse abilities than, like, the I guess this is a hyena or a saber-toothed tiger or wolf, I guess. So again, just gonna let that go. The last batch we were able to take care of fairly easily. In the meantime, we're just chopping up the raiders. Or maybe this is what's left of the merchants that were nearby. I don't know. In any case, we're cannibals, so we have a little bit of food from that. We still don't have any way to keep it refrigerated or anything, but I think we're almost done studying electricity, which I think is going to be a big help. Like, no, they didn't wait around long, did they? Alright, so these guys are attacking. Or at least some of them are. There they are. They're all gone. Now I have to be careful, because as soon as these guys take damage... Oh, they're coming in from the west. You get up and get some food. Everyone else, we're gonna draft up. And we'll get them out front here. The animals, of course, are battle animals, so they will help in the fight. Nezu has gotten food, so we'll bring her out here as well. Snake will take a step forward because they're more of a frontline combatant. Elo take a little bit of a step back. Nezu in front, and Dotori will also be a little bit behind with the shotgun. Alright, here they come. Snake should be the first to start firing with the longest range. And then they start rushing us. Now they're coming in pretty much on the southern, or to the south of us, so I'm gonna move people back. Oh, Oh, no, not you. Snake. Snake, get over here. You can still be on the front. Snake automatically switches to a sword, and then back to a gun. Awesome. Spiky has apparently set themselves on fire somehow, or maybe have been set on fire. Yeah, there it is, the flame bow. Looks like somebody managed to hit them with flame bow, and they're just running around needing to be extinguished. I rescue them? There we go. That being done, undraft everyone, and let things go back to normal. Oh, hold on. One is still alive. Minimum containment strength 70. Do I want to switch out the Gore Hulk? Marble Wall has 360. Neo Concrete has 600. This is 5 hours, and I should be able to keep it alive. I should be able to heal it up. Okay, Question is, can I contain it? I think I'd need to replace these walls with, I guess, just basic walls. Like this. Would I get any benefit from this? Alright, so it's dread leather that gets dropped off of this. That's not what I'm looking for. Containment. Knowledge gained from study 1 advanced. Alright. And this provides basic. Okay. So that would be a reason to switch them out, because I can get basic research from the monolith itself. But I don't know if I can contain it. You know what? Let's find out. What could go wrong, right? Alright, where are you? You are about to relax, but I need you to take care of this. And then Yoko is going to capture it. As you can go ahead and use the hot spring for a little bit like they wanted to. And then as soon as we have this captured, we'll get Nezu on healing it up. Or I suppose Yoko probably will be able to. So let's get this in here. Get them contained, I hope. And then tend to it. And then we're gonna do this. We're gonna upgrade the walls here, here, and here. Because apparently these walls have a little bit higher health than the marble walls, which are at 360, so that should improve the containment value. Okay, so just right off the bat, there we are, a little bit higher medical. We're up to 11 hours, that'll be fine. Okay, no need to worry about that. what else is going on? Okay, so we have a list of things to do. Defenses. Again, I don't feel like I need to upgrade the defenses until it benefits the style or until I need to. And there we are. Electricity research finished. Did drop something over there. I'll take a look at that in a second. But I also know I need circuitry. So I'm going to go ahead and just continue with that. Because I know I need circuitry for a lot of this other anomaly stuff. Alright. About electricity. Your colonies harness the power which outsiders call electricity. I suppose we were tribal, or are tribal. Has the potential to transform every aspect of your people's way of life. You have now unlocked the Power tab in the Architect menu, from which you may build electric generators, power conduits, and other mechanisms to control this new force. The Power tab also displays the electric grid, which connects electric generators and appliances. Okay, so that has given us access to the Power tab. Right now we don't have much. We have conduits, hidden conduits, which are new. You used to have a mod to get hidden conduits. And waterproof. So you can put conduits through like shallow water like this. Alright. So what is the benefit between this? So power conduits were the standard thing. Hidden conduits look like they cost double the steel, so 2 instead of 1. But they're hidden electrical cables for moving power around. They're tougher than regular conduits, but also slower to build and more expensive. And they don't leave a giant cable running across the ground. So I think I might use the extra steel just so that, you know, it looks good. We're currently building us some new walls, and it looks like replacement thing's still kind of wonky, but that's okay. At least it's a little better in the fact that they are able to haul it up here. Oh, also, I suppose, how many of these are there? 13 Gore Hulks and 4 Chimera. So 17 in total. Let's go ahead and let them take care of 17. Alright, containment strength is going up. So we're up to a 76. It was 74. I'm guessing every couple of walls will increase the average wall strength. 77, there we go. It says escape interval never. So, I don't know why, but I don't believe that. Alright, back to our list of things. Containment room, we had it checked off. For having one, we are upgrading it, so I'm going to leave it as is. Hospital. We're going to... Oh, that's not what I want. Let's remove that. Add... hospital. Right, oops. Still want to visit the neighbors to trade away things. I think we have... Oh, maybe not. Usually we have a bunch of stuff. I must have sent Yoko out on a trade expedition earlier, last session. Rituals. We want to have more rituals because our corruption score is always basically at 0. So I want to have more of those. With the number of people we have, we should, like if I do this, 82%, that seems pretty good. We almost have maximum bonus from impressiveness. Maybe just a little more, and we can get that taken care of. Someone's visiting. Okay. Replace walls. That is definitely something I'm working on. We are upgrading all of this old kind of classic look to more of a Eastern Japanese-esque style. Like, of course, not everything's gonna look that way, but I kind of want to replace the old style beds. What are my options for that? So I have futons, so we could do that. They're not quite as good. They're 97 versus the 100%, but I'm okay with a loss of 3% for looks. And we have a royal tribute collector. So tribute collectors will give you reputation for any slaves that you trade in to them, and also for any gold that you give them. I don't have any. I don't have any prisoners, and I don't want to give them any of my gold yet because I need it for building. Do I have any gold? There we are. For some reason, wavering between 156 and 57. They must have been using it for study or something. Okay, so replace walls. That's something I definitely need to do. Nezu assigned to book. So again, we have a book of intellectual that was mostly written by one of the visitors that we had. They left before they could finish it, so now I'm going to try to finish it with the person that has the highest intellect in our colony. So it's going to be Nezu. And you know what? While I'm at it, since these things take so long, I'm going to set a couple of other books as well. So shooting, we want Nico to write up a book about. What else is somebody excelling at? I don't think we have any really good mining people. 5, 4, almost 6, nothing. Yeah, no good mining folk. Cooking, we have it at 10. But growing book for sure. Let's get Yoko to write up one of those. But since each of these take like 5,000 effort, I think I'm gonna wait on and just do some of the better ones that we have. A crafting book will definitely have Nezu author, and that should be about it for now. Once these 4 get done, we'll set up some more books. So since we have these 3 kind of on permanent research, I'm going to go ahead and say book writing is at a 3 for the main folk. Then I can check that off. Ancient complex. So out in the world, there is this ancient complex down here. Either I received it for a quest or for a good celebration. I cannot remember which, but I need to go see it because ancient complexes they have a very slim chance. It might have something that I can heal Saburo with. And again, I'd like to do that sooner rather than later. Sacrifice for Snake. So Snake here gets more powerful as they get sacrifices. So I will want to do that, I think, at some point. But I doubt that entities will work for that. I think it needs to be actual humanoids. So, next time we get attacked, I'll try to remember to do that. And in fact, I think we have something under production. No. Miscellaneous? There we are. Sacrifice spot. So we'll do that right up here in the kitchen. Human-like details. This will be Snake. This is the cooking skill, but not assigned to it. Yeah, so human-like and undead. So the undead race that we have in here. Snake is the one that will do that. I guess we also have the option to sacrifice other things, but that only gives us whatever these are. Pale stones. So a lesser one. And those are not what I need. So there's that set up. We're only going to set it for do a number of times because any sacrifice will not become food. So I want to kind of share between us having food and Snake getting stronger. And then of course I need to set Snake to be able to sacrifice. So set that, I'll set it at a 2. Oh, and let's set hauling down to a 3 for most of you. Well, no, 4s. We have 6 pets that are capable of hauling at this point, so we no longer need to do that for, or do that ourselves. Remove monument, I guess I have done, so I can remove that. Provoke entity, I have done that. That's how I got the Gore Hulks. So for the time being, I'm gonna leave that alone. If I look at the codex here, I don't want to advance this too quickly. I kind of feel like this is supposed to start when you're in sorry, the word is leaving me. What am I looking for? When you're in industrial tech. Just because a lot of the research requires electricity / circuitry. So I kind of think that's how it was intended to begin with, and then they said, oops, we forgot about all the tribal characters. Let's go back and fix that. So I don't want to advance that too quickly while we are still, under tech, I guess. Not that we're going to be industrial tech anytime soon. I mean, in order to advance to industrial tech, there are way too many for me to count that easily, but basically half of all these green technologies have to be researched completely on this main tab here before we are considered to be industrial. And I'm not just going to focus on the ones on this tab either. I have, like modern beverages I want, and advanced power generation eventually. That's all future tech. The Ratkin stuff, there's a lot of industrial stuff there. Kurin is definitely one I want to get into since we currently have 2 of them in the colony. I figure I should kind of focus on that a little bit. Yeah, we've done that. Stat upgrades are finally coming around, so a lot of these are industrial, so I want to... There's going to be a lot of research. The Rabby stuff all seems to be industrial, but again requires circuitry and machining to get going. And I kind of went through this before, so I'm not going to sit too long on that. And then, of course, I'm thinking of moving the hospital underneath the neo-concrete hot spring. Although I suppose... okay, so the reason why I want to move it under the hot spring rather than move the hot spring above it is just the way it looks. So if I moved this over here, it would fit, but it would block up this hallway and our access to the western side of things. Whereas moving the hospital over here would kind of break up the things a little bit. We're kind of building along the outsides, up against the stone over here, up against the north and west wall over here. So this could go down here. It'd still be close to the front entrances. Originally I put it in the corner because both entrances would have an equal access to it. Now I'm thinking that, this like 20 squares isn't going to make that much of a difference. I might also want to move this stuff up a little bit as well, because I don't want it right up against the wall here, and that's going to be where it is. Which, again, is one of the reasons why I made the steam geysers as minimizable, because I know I'm going to, move things around, decorate a little bit, if you will. I also want to make, sorry for zooming in so much, I want to make this room a little bit bigger, because as it stands, like, our ritual stuff is just barely outside of the ritual spot, and I'd like to have maybe a couple more squares of room, something so it doesn't look like it's just jammed all together. So if I move the hospital, I can definitely extend this down at least, 3 more squares, 4 more squares, something like that. Other than that, I'm not going to do this in any particular order. I'm just going to queue it up. So do something like that. Only do this wall to begin with. Do all of that and that. Kind of replace all of this. And then the doors are going to be replaced with shoji. There we go. Detected a steel mining work site. Okay, so we could raid this place for up to 781 steel. We can't carry that much, but we can certainly raid it if we need to. Oh, I also saw something build road. So again, out here, you can kind of see I have queued up a road to be built. This will just help us get to the stone highway a little bit easier. Without taking a day to get through the entire mountainous area. Alright, guess I can speed things up a little bit at this point. There we are, circuitry finished. Alright, so is there anything in here that is an absolute must-have? Fortified walls would be good. But I haven't really needed them yet. Again, this kind of goes along the same as the defensive stuff. I haven't needed to fortify myself, so I don't feel like I should quite yet. Although there is a reinforced, this is the medieval version, this is the industrial version, so maybe I should. Other than that, though, we have electric stone cutting, machining would be good. But again, I don't want to just, steamroll the entire important stuff, as it were. So, like circuitry, machining, dynamos would lead to energy, would lead to geothermal. I don't want to do that immediately. Although dynamos, excuse me, dynamos, air conditioning is up here, which requires heating. No, I think we're okay for now. Don't need to rush straight to air conditioning. We now have electricity. We'll start with lights, simple things, whatever we can build at the moment. Lamps. Seems to be most of it. Fireplace, perhaps. Maybe some of the electric production facilities. Do we have access to that at this point? Some of it. So like an electric butcher table. We have a different electric stone cutter's table. Interesting. I'll wait until I actually research that before using it. Some of it seems like it can be added to electricity, so I'm going to wait on that stuff then. Let me check some of these other tabs. So modern beverages requires beer brewing and cocoa. The two things I didn't research of all of that. Okay, that's probably going to wait a while. This stuff requires microelectronics. That's not happening. This is too advanced. Ratkin stuff also requires microelectronics, which is way over here. And microelectronics opens up a whole bunch of stuff. Again, I could go straight for it. I'm not going to. In that case, most of this other stuff doesn't really matter then. I was thinking we might be able to research some of this, but looks like it's gonna have to wait. Keisian stuff is fine. Kurin stuff I do want to at least research some, so we can at least start on apparel, plain apparel, and fine apparel. How about military? Can we? We could go all the way to military apparel if I wanted to. Simple might be what I go for though. This is all ultra tech. Bionics are a little bit confusing because we have some of this lower tech that, okay, this requires this. This requires, okay, machining and sterile materials. I thought it might require bionics, but no. Stat upgrades are nice, but not necessary. This would also be good to do, getting clothing for our Rabby. Who needs it though? Nezu and Sneak are currently wearing tattered stuff. That's at 57. But most of this other stuff is 72%. So you have a ways to go. 63, 68, 51. So I might do this first. Might do the Rabby clothing first. Or the lunar clothing as it's called. Revian stuff. You know what, I was talking about doing the sacrificing thing. This would definitely come into play. Oh, we finished this. Okay, I've already done that. Never mind. Stone road building is finished. This stuff I don't know, so I'm not doing it. Terraformation is kind of interesting, but not necessary at the moment. Linkables. There's a lot of stuff that I want to research. Modern furniture might not be a bad one either. Ergonomic stuff, but I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. And lunar industry. So here's another wall reinforcement thing. Which leads to a lot of defensive stuff that requires machining. Then plasteel surgery is a long ways away. Okay. We're gonna start with clothing because our characters are going to need clothing soon. Right. Forgot I was going at high speed. We're gonna do clothing because our clothing is gonna wear out sooner rather than later, and as far as our ideology goes, since we have supremacist as one of our things, I kind of feel like we don't want to wear our tattered clothing. We need to be presentable to people that show up, so we don't want to be wearing anything that might make us look worse. Alright, so we're gonna get that going. Replacing the walls over here. My storage is filling up. Probably because of all of these. And because I don't want to be like just moving walls around. Even though I was contemplating doing it for this down here. I'm gonna deconstruct all of these walls and rebuild them normally. Alright, that was light. Not sure where it struck. But that might have been an immortal creature dying. Alright, speed things up again. We have a lot of things to swap out. Why? Oko, what are you doing? Oh, just gone to bed. Okay, never mind. I was wondering why all of this, like, very little is queued up. Oh, I suppose because I trade caravan. Oh, right. Not really a trade caravan. They kind of are. I can trade them things, they won't trade things. Alright, we're working on replacing those. Keeping ourselves stocked in food. How much time do we have before this goes bad? 1.5 days. We're using the salting barrel to keep some of it fresh for longer. The problem I have with the salting barrel is it's not like a shelf or storage or anything like that. You can't say these are the things that I want to put into it, and so my problem is that they tend to put the stuff that I want to use right away into this, and not things that I don't want to use. So, like, I would prefer them to use chicken or twisted meat or something to go into that. Nico, where'd you go? Oh, you need to relax. Okay, that's fine. And there goes the chicken meat. Hopefully nobody goes into the quote-unquote freezer for a little bit, because that's not healthy for them. Nezu, I guess. Nezu likes to eat the humanoid meat raw, which is fine. Others don't, I think, because, like, here's the problem. They want human meat, which is a -8. But they get a -7 for eating raw meat. So, and the only way to get rid of this -8 is to eat raw meat. Can't have, like, a one of these that has human meat in it. That doesn't count for some reason. So they will always have this -8 or a -7 because they ate human meat. So I'm gonna leave it as it is. Our ideology has basically stated that that's the way it goes. Alright, these 3 trees I also want to extract, because we're going to be moving this up a few squares. At the moment I'm not taking any prisoners at the moment, but I shouldn't tear this down quite yet because well, I don't really have a reason. If I do take it down, I could possibly move things around a little bit, square things up. Oh, I wanted to place these back walls with something nice. So we want to replace the stone walls. And that's basically just taking all of this, basically mining it out, finding a good thing like a marble wall, again, I'm not going to just put this back in. I don't feel like that's how it should be done. I'm going to deconstruct these into bricks and maybe have a back wall of marble. Something that looks nice. Or structure. Could do neoconcrete. Neoconcrete looks a little different. So I think... let me just build one neoconcrete wall and see what it looks like. They'll get around to it eventually. Because if it looks like this white brick, then I might just... oh, you're... okay, it's more of a hexagon texture. That's not going to be as great. You can't mix the hexagons with the bricks. That's just not going to work. So, probably going to do just marble. And then, I believe I dug this out earlier. So we're going to do something like this, and this, like that, and that. Yeah. That'll keep these two rooms the same size. We can keep them kind of the same, so that if perchance we ever get somebody that's jealous or something, well, no, that's not going to work because this room is going to be bigger, and jealous always wants to have the most impressive room. Well, I'll deal with that when the time comes. As for now, we're just going to make most of these, or make these two rooms similar. Sorry for disturbing your sleep. Apparently we decided to just go into this room first and take care of things. Luckily though, the animals don't cause disturbed sleep. Alright, speed things up. We've got more rice coming in. There goes the human meat. We want hay grass in here, and we're planting more cotton. Just a quick glance. Are any of these nice ones that have... oh, that one is a winter trait that we already have. That's flexible. Don't really want that. Hold on. Why is that marked as deconstruct? I don't want to deconstruct that. Nezu and Yoko are beginning their marriage ceremony. Oh, maybe I should have paid it. Nico, what are you doing out here? You're attending the marriage ceremony. You're looking in through the door whenever it gets opened up. Maybe I should have been paying attention to what they were doing. Animal transport pod crash. What's going on over here? Okay, so we've got a, what is this? A griffin. That's gonna bleed out. Well, unfortunately, we're in the middle of a marriage ceremony, and if I cancel this, then people don't get the really good buff, I don't think. Or maybe they already got it. Attended wedding of 20. Okay, they already got it, but still. I'm not interested in any more pets. At least not this run. Maybe, maybe different runs I will have like more of a pet focus. There's a couple mods that I've seen that have some interesting pets. Not like overpowered or anything like that, but just a large variety and interesting pets. And and it's not updated to 1.5 yet, so I'll give it time. Oh, done with the ceremony. Everyone. Oh, distress signal. You've intercepted a distress signal from a nearby camp of that place. The frantic voice begs for immediate assistance, defending against the threat. They offer everything at their camp in return for help, including shards of powerful Arco technology. As the voice tries to explain the nature of the threat, the signal goes dead. And that is nearby. Granted, it is straight through the mountains, so it might be a little difficult to get to. We will consider it. Help camp? Maybe. Maybe. Alright. In the meantime, though, back to fixing things up. Haul those off. A lot of people are sleeping. Oh, Yoko's down here planting some more. Let's go ahead and deconstruct all of that. That's going to give us a lot of wood back. So, like, we're at 360 at the moment. That'll probably... I mean, each wall is what, 4, 5 wood? So we should get 3 back per wall. Good amount of those. Planted the hay grass, wonderful. Everything is now planted. I want them to finish up these walls before I give them too much more to do. Because otherwise we're gonna have like 700 projects that are started and not completed. So, Hello is still up there doing a bit of research. So we're getting this going as we go. Gonna need to turn this up here into a better production zone. Starting with comfortable furniture. What do we have a lot of? A lot of human leather. Do have a lot of cloth, but cloth I know is usually needed for more things. So can we use... There we are. Human leather. Fits the cannibal colony just fine. We're gonna put a couple of those in so that people have a place to sit down while they work. I think we already have... Yeah, we already have a few right there so that they can sit down. And clothing for the Rabby. There we go. Moon thread weaving. What is this? Weave together moon thread using a composite material made of fiber and silver used in making traditional Rabby garments. Okay, so it's a different type of cloth. Has various like heat sharp armoring to it because I guess it's made out of silver. 45 cloth, 50 silver, 45 ingredients. Okay, so leather or fur. Alright, let's get some more apparel started here. And then this is their architecture stuff. I don't want to do this until we're firmly in industrial stuff. Because that's kind of what this reminds me of. Or I might use it for past industrial stuff, that sort of thing. What was I looking for? Might be under production. I don't see it. Miscellaneous? Hold on. Let me have a look. Lunar tailoring bench. There it is. Under that one. So, steel and components. It's 3 wide. And I don't really have a place to put it at the moment. So, I can find that out though. Berries have run it away because we still have no refrigeration. Deconstruct all of that. And we'll put one of these things in. So, and more chicken meat is... Hey now, guys. You let all the stink into the room. And, okay, everything is rotting away at this point. This has 2 hours to go. Hopefully, you're good. Okay. Oh, but this is gonna... Does this require? Sewing machines and specialized loom design. Might not be able to make anything on this until we actually have power. Okay. So much for that. And then with 1400 there, let's start swapping out some of these floors. So we're going to start with the kitchen because it's the room that we, well, I want to say it's one of the rooms that we use the most. I would say it's a fair argument between these top three. So let's remove all of this first. And I think I'm going to leave this nice green textured tatami for rooms that people live in, and use this. Which one was it? I think it was the vertical mix that I'm going to use for like basic rooms. So this is more of a basic tatami, a standard thing, and then the places that we want to have people impressed in. So, you know, like rooms that they live in are the ones that we want to have the nice stuff in. Okay, I think something didn't quite work out right with these walls. Let's do that. Let's do that. This is temporarily going to make these 2 bedrooms into a single room. So yeah, this is currently a barracks. If I were to look at this, yep, it's currently a barracks. Then as soon as that's done, it's back to a bedroom. Wonderful. However, it seems that we're disturbing Elo in this entire process rather than anyone else. Alright, the trees have been uprooted. We're gonna replant them up here, I think. Alright, cut that then. I'll have to wait for Nezu to plant the 2 trees first. Or not. There we go. This up. We'll move this up to about there. Oh, finally made the military helmet for Nezu. So we'll clear those 2 off. Are you currently wearing it? You are not. Oh, that's fine. They are, however, wearing the uniform that we made. So they do have some armor protection. Alright, we're gonna take one of these. And I think just install it here. Here, right. I think I only want to move it up a couple of spaces. So do that. I am going to just reinstall the hot spring though. There. And then I'll install that. Again, it's one of the few things that I let myself do. So, there we go. Alright, they've got the floors cleared out there. We're going with the vertical mix. Yeah. Replace all of that. Right there. Get started on that. I'm going to... see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just doorways. That definitely sounded close by. Don't see any lightning though. It could just be a random flash storm as well. Alright, so that's going to be the door. There's 4 on this side. And what would that be? 2, 4, 5, 6. Like that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, like that. This time though, I'm going to swap it around. We're going to put the door on the left side for access from the entrance down here. And we'll build copies of that there. Once that gets built, we'll move. I suppose I can. No, we'll move things over once it gets built. No need to do it right now. Oh, they're mostly done with this room. The Void Provocation ritual can be performed again, although I'm not going to, because again, I don't want to progress that too quickly. I seem to be doing quite a bit, although again, because I ordered this to be done, they're kind of splitting up the work between everything. That's why I like for them to get done with one thing before telling them to work on something else. Alright, and want floors in here before we put the furniture back. Because we don't want to have a dirt floor for our hospital. That seems counterproductive. Alright, so what else can we do while we have a break in between dangerous stuff? More floors, I guess. We've already used like 400 of our hay, which this is a quarter grown. Is any of this like good stuff? Resilient, not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for booming or productive. Normally I check this at 50%, but I'm just curious at this point, because I might forget. Alright, nothing. Oh, we harvested all of the blue cat lily. Do I need more? 300 probably isn't enough, so you know what? Let's get another batch of that going as well. Yoko can focus on that. I think I made them, yeah, they're more focused on growing than other things. And there we are, simple Kurin apparel. Now this is just, looks like clothing to keep you warm, for the most part. Style clothing, that sort of thing. A lot of kid stuff, because that's how it is. I think this is a lot of stuff that I want. Yeah, there's the hairpin that is currently being worn. So let's continue with that again, because we have multiple currents. So I kind of feel like it's in relation to how many of those kind of colonists we have. So since we currently have 2 current, we will focus a little bit more on the current technology than other technology. Yoko, you're not done planting. Where are you going? Oh, you're hungry. Okay, fine. Can cook, I suppose. Oh, another thing we need to do. Again, I don't want to. Just so I don't forget. I need to put power lines through the walls for when we do actually start having power. Let's install this here. And prioritize working on that. Because people work faster in the light. Kurin, I know, can see in the dark, so they're not affected, but everyone else would be. Alright. Normal, good, normal. Okay, this one. See, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna install over here. And then the others can just go wherever. The reason why the good one goes all the way on the left is that's most likely to be the one that's closest, and therefore the one that gets used when things need to be. This is going to go in the far corner. And then we can start taking this apart. So remove the roof. Deconstruct the walls. Oh, they've finished up a robe. Wonderful. And remove the floors. Still have 900 hay, so that's good. I guess the next floors. Research finished. Draw animals. Perform a psychic ritual. Draw a herd of animals. Okay, cool, cool. At this point, though, I want to research containment because we now have circuitry, so I can finally do some of this research, and I don't feel like it's telling me everything. Oh, also, I can do advanced research. Yeah, we have like advanced. Hold on. Research basic only. This one, research. Because, again, I added a mod that allows us to store research so that we don't lose any just because I forget to set something up. So, looks like we've studied the Chimera at least once so far. And I'm going to put that towards the advanced psychic rituals, of which we only know about one. Which allows us to drain experience from a victim, give it to the invoker. It will double the target's mind, weakening their skills and causing brain damage. Okay, so this seems like I can transfer skills from somebody else to one of my people. And you're just doing advanced research as it is. Okay. That's probably what ticked it off then. Okay, now that that has been moved. And I don't know if... I mean, it's a little late. I don't know if I want this much room at the bottom. But then I guess it gives room for like the lamp and the cooler and stuff like that. I might change that. Alright, so how much more room do I need? It's like 2 or 3 again. So if I just do 1, 2, 3, do something like that. Place that, and then do that, and of course deconstruct this one as well. Just a little base, a little bit of base renovation, that's all. Alright, now that's no longer a room. Wonderful. And now it's a room again. Excellent. Up. Install pillows down here. I might move them up by 1 square. If I rotate it. This. Gonna move off to the side for a moment. Put the pillars in the corner. And this. Gonna flip around. Or leave it like this. think something like that. Oh, what's this that came in? The suicidal beasts. A trader is calling. A pack of 7 wild undead wargs are hunting him. He wants your help to draw the animals away from him. They'll arrive 16 hours after you accept. It sounds good. He's offering a lot of bionics. But healing enhancer would probably be good. Releases nanomachines and healing factors that speed up wound healing. So 150% healing factor. So a lot of places install it. I don't recognize a lot of those. But that would be a good one. Gold weave be good for additional insulation, making beautiful clothing because it's gold. What's Power Claw? Combat-oriented hand replacement consisting of mechanical hand with a hooked claw on each finger. Cuts deep and is strong enough to crush a skull like a hand crushes an egg. Claws can be retracted, making it as useful as a natural hand for non-combat tasks. However, its overall ungainliness slows down movement slightly, so their movement would slow down. They would, I guess, gain an 11 attack damage with a 33% armor penetration. Or some food stuff, like a stomach and a gastroanalyzer. I like the idea of the healing enhancer. Like, this would eventually be useful. The others, we'll see. I intend to make one of the colonists a bionic something or other. Maybe Nezu. Because, like, they're the ones that are almost always going to be left at the base. They do the medicine, they do the research, and therefore might end up being the mechanator if I so choose. And then, of course, giving them bionic enhancements. The whole stereotypical thing. So, yeah, I have no problem with 7 undead wargs. Let's do it for that one. But, again, Mechanator is like late industrial, early spacer. So, I am nowhere near. If I go to main thing here, basic mech tech is way over here. We need machining and battery before we can even consider doing that. What's Yoko doing? Oh, you just did what I was wondering if you were gonna. This doesn't quite look right. If I move these up one. Is that a little better? That might make it more of a circular look to it. Yeah, I like that better. Then this can be reinstalled there, more central, and affects more of a central radius. And then we can start removing these floors as well. Get all of that taken care of. Oh, apparently there was no floor there. those two, of course, will do some research, much needed research. It is going faster because they have spent so much time researching that, like, I think Snake here was at a 1 intellectual. They're almost to a 7. And the reason why I'm having him focus on research now is because I know when I get down to this number 11 here, the people that are currently doing the bulk of the research are going to be out building a road. So, you're just resting over here. You know what? I'm going to move this. This is going to get moved over here. Now that you've kind of repurposed this stuff. Also, we're gonna build this right there. What did we get the containment strength up to? 83? 84? I don't think I'm going to replace the granite wall because it's based off of health. So, if I replaced it with neo concrete, that would in fact reduce the health of the wall and make the containment less likely. Okay, they have... Oh, you're harvesting. What are you doing? You're writing a book. And here's that Manhunter pack of 7 undead wargs. So these are part of the undead faction, or the profane faction. The undead warg, every bit as vicious and dangerous as its living counterpart. So profaned is kind of an undead faction I added in because it seemed like it would fit the theme. At the moment, I'm not sure how well that works, but you know, they're there. I haven't done anything with them because again, they seem to not really work well. Like all of their, nobody wants to buy their clothing, so you know the traders don't want to buy any of it. So I ended up like throwing most of it away when it happens. They are moving in immediately. So everyone is currently well fed, so don't have to worry about that. But we're going to slow down the timer until they get much closer. Then we'll draft everyone up and send them out. I mean, half of them are already on the front line at the moment anyway. Well, oh, they just don't appear on the map for some reason. Interesting. What happened to them? I don't know, but suddenly they're not manhunters anymore. They're not immortal, which is normally what causes these things to happen. And apparently they're just, I don't know. They live here now. Still. Now we got these things. Want them to be hauled immediately before they start decomposing. And this needs to move. Actually, just build a copy. Let's put it up here. That automatically moved it because Okay. I guess only one can be there at a time. So, that's arrived. Yoko just casually steps over both of them. Mizu will pick him up. There we go. Now let me have a look in here, see if there's anything in here that I've just been glancing over. No. Alright. All stuff that I recognize. But we need to put in the floors. So we're gonna do that. Something like that. There we go. And that's probably going to use up the entire 1,000. Because it's 5 apiece. I didn't really look to see how big it was, but, you know, 16 by 8, it usually tells you how big of it is, or how much is in it. So 128. So that's, you know, a little over half for just that, and then a little bit more. So it's going to use up most. And I'll just go ahead and say fill that in with the rest. I've completely forgot about the animal room. I should probably do something with that as well. Again, it's just kind of tucked away in the corner so that the animals will be safer than most other things, at least at first. Snake is still the only one wearing tattered apparel. There's 17% left on that. Not much I can do. I can't build those because, excuse me, hiccups. Because again, they are part of a mod that I can't build stuff for yet. So we can only get stuff from passerbys. I can speed things up again. Place walls. We have done that. Move the hospital, although these need to be marked for medical. Place stone walls. What? Oh, I did that. Yep. That was these stone walls over here for the containment. That one was close by. I saw that. That struck right here. Okay, that is actually a flash storm. Okay. So, lightning is going to be striking nearby for a bit. Let me check my zone here. Alright, that's what's currently covered by the home zone. Any lightning striking in that area should be put out automatically. And I can probably move some of these. Hospital, place stone walls. Okay. A little bit of a smaller list. if I were to do this right now, impressiveness is a little bit lower, so I want to wait until they finish up the floor down here. Maybe that'll make the rooms slightly more impressive enough to make the ritual a little bit better. We doing on grass, we're down to 400. Another transport pod. Hello, person. A space refugee. They're from that. If she returns home safely, she'll spread goodwill between factions. Just has random stuff. She was born without the ability to feel pain. She is unable to experience psychic phenomena as a side effect. Wow. So 0 pain and 0 psychic sensitivity. That's interesting. So this can be both good and bad. Like, if you want psychic stuff, this would be bad. But having both, if you want to, like, be immune to the psychic drones that happen, and also have a fighter that will stay up and on their feet until they die, this would be a great one to have. Death in 3 hours, though. I don't know if we can rescue them in time. Let me try, though. Hold on. Who's the fastest? You have movement speed of 6.5. Snake would be the other person that's fast. At 5.6. Okay, Yoko is currently the fastest. Let's see if we can get them back in time. With only 3 hours, it's unlikely. We're having to travel all the way to the fridge to grab the hay because that's where I've decided to store it all. Because it does go bad after a while. It does disappear. So I said, yeah. See, we had enough time to go. Oh. I probably should have tried to tend to them down there. But again, I don't think that would have done much. But I'll haul them back. Because, you know, they can be food for us. We're cannibals. Alright, there's all of that. Get rid of that. And immediately start cooking up some food. That's how it goes. 237 should be enough to finish up the floors down here. And I kind of like the pattern of this. Oh, we've got that to deconstruct. You have kind of the square pattern in the middle and singles on the sides. The plague. 2 of your tribespeople have gotten sick from the plague. Ensure you have a medical bed and a doctor. Make sure they get proper treatment and spend as much time in bed as possible. So they should. Tori and Snake. I mean, Snake is already in bed. Nezu should go take care of them shortly. Time. There you go. I just wanted to eat first, that's all. So we'll tend that with a 60%. Not bad for herbal medicine. And then Dotori. There's 70. There we go. And then our research is going to be slowed down for a little bit. And should be fine. 8.8 versus 11. Yeah. And there we go. Current apparel is good to go. Gonna wait a little bit on the fine apparel. We don't need to, again, steamroll through all the technology. So let me see. Let's do heating and air conditioning next, because it's September and that means that winter is coming up soon. So I want to make sure that we have enough warmth. Also, it seems like something that Yoko is wearing. Is it this hairpin? Yeah, the hairpin finally dropped below 50%. Everything else is in the 70s, high 60s. So there we go. I might need to readjust this room a little bit. Oh no, we still have room, I think. I don't know where to put these things though. I might just install them off to the side or something. I suppose I could install them in the rooms, just, you know, keep the winter heating by a steam vent. Probably not the best thing to do. Oh, but let's do an incantation now that the impressiveness is up to 120. So this is as good as it can get. Because we only have 6 participants, the impressiveness is top, and Yoko's social impact is probably as good as this can go. Maybe it'll get better eventually, but let's do this. We'll get an incantation done. Everyone sits around. Something I just noticed though is the color of the tatami floors is equivalent to the human leather pillows. So we may have to do something about that. I build these out of something else. Blasphemous, we get +1 for that. Excellent. We have a little bit of hay grass left, and these are 50% grown. Wait, I already checked. Never mind. So once that's harvested, we can do the floors in there. Looks like I do want 1 floor right there, though. Nomadic trader from... Okay. We have another trader wandering in. Should be fine. Yoko reached 12 intellectual. Awesome. These two are staying in bed as they should. Making sure that the plague is taken care of. What can I make these pillows out of? I do have a variety of things. Of course, cloth should be like the default. Dread leather would be interesting if we have enough. Let's add this one down here, 168. How much per pillow? 25. So we could get 6 of them. You know what? Let's do that then. Oh, but since you're here, Yoko, and the trader is here, let's talk to them. See what they want to buy. Oh, they don't have much, though. They have a ton of hay for 63 apiece. Go ahead and get that. Canned cat food. Nope. Sheep wool. Nah, we don't need extra wool. We're gonna sell them a power claw. Hold on. How much are we off? 130. Let's buy that then. Do that. Don't want to quite do that much though. Let's do that. Alright, got a bit of stuff from them. Those will be hauled in by someone eventually. Alright, this I kind of want to install a little closer, just so it's kind of hidden away, like kind of in a little bit of a nook by the healing spring. Also, you two use the hot spring real quick. Get the healing benefits. Hopefully that'll help with the plague. Then of course they'll come back and rest when they're done. Alright, what's everyone? Oh, everyone is sleeping. That is what they're doing. And then of course Snake and Dotori are resting as well, leaving Elo to be pretty much the only one doing everything. But now Nezu's woken up, so I don't know if I like the way this is, though. Like, I don't like the bed being right next to the, well, right next to the door, I guess, is okay. I just don't like people standing in the door when they're tending to people. There, that's a little bit more of an offset of colors. Well, if gray can be considered a color. Still, I think it looks better. And we have 700 hay. So can we, let's see, if it's 5, it's basically 55 per line. So we can do that. before we run out of what we have, approximately. Oh, and there's fires all over the place, isn't there? Oh, it's raining. Never mind. Fires are already getting put out. We're making brand new pillows. And because we are better at crafting now than when we first did it, some of these pillows are in fact better quality. Like this one's excellent. And the reason why I am having them deconstruct the floor before, like, something I can do. I can just say build this as floor. The problem with that, though, is since constructing and deconstructing are part of the same work, what they will do is they will deconstruct one and then they will immediately try to construct because constructing is a higher priority. So they will deconstruct the floor. They will then go grab one set of things to build in that one little square of floor and just keep going back and forth and waste so much time doing that. So I order them to deconstruct it first, then build it afterwards. All right, so we can now get heating, so we no longer have to worry about getting cold in the winter, at least while we're in our rooms. And we can finally start setting some of these rooms to be a decent temperature to not get the work penalty. One moment. Sorry, had to sneeze. Alright. Snake, what are you doing? Oh, okay. They have developed immunity. How about Dotori? They also have. Okay, good. Let's build this floor. Didn't even look at the numbers. I was just like, yeah, let's get this built. I didn't even see if I had enough. Level 17 plants. Component mining worksite nearby. For 49 components, that might not be a bad thing to go after. There's 7 people there though, so we'll see. We'll see. Have we gotten a lot to trade? Not really. I don't know why we have 2 stacks of some of this stuff in here though. How's our wealth graph looking? So this is how it is. Our wealth of creatures is kind of going to be plateaued for the most part. The building wealth will vary a little. Mostly it's going to go up. It did go down right here. Not sure what I did to do that. But item wealth is always going to be going up, and this is what's going to contribute the most to our total wealth. Right now we're sitting at about 120-ish for wealth. I think 110,000 is like a cutoff point for certain things. What? Insufficient containment. Escape interval 1.3 years. Okay, so seems like this will try to escape eventually. So maybe, maybe what I should do is get some fortified walls just for the containments. Uh-oh. We've had our first game crash. All right, give me a moment here. Nope, nope, that's saying uh it is crashing. Hold on. All right. Gonna have to start it back up again. Now, since I have so many mods installed in this, I have currently like 258 mods, I believe. Um, it's gonna take a few minutes for this to load up. So bear with me as it goes ahead and does this. Hopefully, not too much will go wrong. It looked like it was in the middle of auto saving, so I might have to be loading up the last auto save that worked. I don't know if it's successfully saved or not. So, because this has this is by its nature of mods unstable. Um, I have increased the amount, or I have reduced the amount of time in between saves. So the default time is once every morning, the auto save kicks in and saves. Um, I have upped that to uh, as much as often as it possibly can, which is about once every half a day. So we will see where the last save has actually saved. And it may be that since it was in the middle of a save, it might be corrupted. I don't know. If it is, I may have to reinitialize the game again and load a different one. We will see. But for, I suppose can actually. Oh no, I can't do that. Hold on. If I click off of it, all right. Sorry, I just wasted a few minutes there. So, um, apparently, if I click on the game while it is trying to load up, it will crash. That is something that always happens. I just forgot that that's the thing that it does. I was going to uh, uh, take off the splash screen so you could see the very little difference that's going on. The only difference I see here between uh, what is being shown is it is just has a little bit of a progress bar. Uh, just three little dots going back and forth. Um, and it says it's loading stuff up. So it's initializing, and here's where it's going to take maybe 5 minutes. Unfortunately, but this happens. This is the first that it's happened in this run through. Um, Again, I did notice that some mods were updated in the past couple of days in between since I last played. And it seems to work. It just something happened. Possibly a random quest that didn't load in properly, and the game crashed. So it's going to happen. Hopefully, that doesn't mean that this is the end of this, because let me tell you, we're on episode number 8. This is as many episodes as I've managed to do in the past. So, um, I have yet to reach the 9th episode while playing Rimworld. Um, that being said, if I am unable to continue, um, I may just see if I can start up a new game uh, next time. Uh, this is just planning ahead. I don't plan to do this unless I can't do anything else. Um, but since we are just getting into um, industrial technology, maybe I will treat this as a tribal to industrial uh, playthrough, and then maybe start another playthrough, salvaging what I can. If I am able to get in uh, and save these characters, I can. I would add them to a new game, basically starting as your basic start. Oh, but we would lose one of them, wouldn't we? We'd probably lose a Subaru. Or it's Subaru? The one in the crypto sleep casket, because they're in crypto sleep. We're just about. You can hear the music starting up there. Alright, nothing's changed. Let's load this autosave. There we are. It's not too far behind. Oh, sorry, forgot to bring the game back visually. There we go. Yes. No. Yes. Sorry, sometimes OBS takes a little bit. So, we're not that far behind. Um, we're still putting in the floors, though. Other than that, what else was going on? The plague. They've already developed immunity. All right, so doesn't look like we lost much, if anything. This may have been where it was saved. Anyway, let's speed things back up. Looks like we lost one of our trees to old age. So we'll go ahead and chop the stump down, and it needs a new cherry tree. There's one. So let's extract this one. And apparently we have new lovers. Dotori flirted with Elo by telling a story about fighting devils. Elo became aroused and agreed to become Dotori's lover. They now want to sleep together. Consider assigning them a double bed. Well, there is a little problem with that, because Elo and Snake probably wouldn't get along with each other in the same room. And I have been wanting to get rid of Elo for a while out of the colony because, first of all, the colony is bigger than I want it to be. Oh, hold on. There we go. Oh, monolith study progress. Those who made progress studying the monolith. The structure connects normal space to the void, a dimension hidden in the substructure of space-time. Some powerful mind in the void is leaking influence into our reality. Those who wants to study the monolith further to learn more. It now provides more knowledge when studied. Excellent. So now it provides 0.9. I think we were getting 0.75 beforehand. Yoko has come out here and apparently dug up this tree. So we'll plant it back over here as soon as they can. Since they're the plant person, they're most likely to go do it, which is what they're doing now. Alright, for the moment, defenses are going to be considered good. It's going to stay on the list, though, because it's an ever-evolving thing. Rituals, we should have another one. Why not? Let's do another one of these. 82% seems to be as good as we can get. So we'll spend a couple hours doing that. Well, it may be that... no, they have a 9.6. I did do one already. I wasn't sure if it was saved or not. But there we go. We'll have another one. Hopefully it'll be good enough. Loathsome, +2. That's wonderful. And this may have been what did the crash, is whatever this would have been. Alright, so, oops, sorry for the noise. Imps from the Zevis have arrived nearby, approaching from multiple angles. They are attacking immediately. Watch out, they appear to be unusual and clever with their tactics. They'll avoid your turret's field of fire and notice some of your traps. Well, no they won't, because I don't have either of those. So it looks like we have a couple coming in from this direction. They've got some bows. They have a flame bow. Need to be careful of that. Some coming in this way. Another flame bow, more ranged. And then over here, another flame bow or two. So they're going to be using fire against us. I'm going to slow things down to normal speed because I can't go faster. Well, I can now, but I don't want to go faster when we are about to battle. I know a couple people just went to sleep. We'll let them get a few ticks of sleep in before asking them to wake up. Although, no, you know what? This one group is getting pretty quickly. We're going to do something like that. Actually, like that. Since the left flank is getting here pretty quickly, we might be able to take care of them before the other group gets here. They're firing back. That one was up there doing something. I don't know. Oh, Nico's on fire. Nico's put out the fire. Alright, that's that side. Wait. Oh, you're running away? Okay. Um, let's move you guys over. Once you are in place, you guys can move up for a better angle. And then you can move into cover. And there they are, running away. I'm not going to chase them down. I'll just get the raid taken care of. I will, however, finish them off. Let's see, do we have any human meat at the moment? We do not. So we're gonna get 2 of these. Just so we have a few meals that we can make for human meat that we can snack on to keep our hunger down. And then the rest, I think... Yeah, snake's already on it. It will be sacrificed. Because one of these things, so the blood sigil is a place to dedicate offerings to the blood god. So this is, just as large as any of these other ones, but we don't really have room for it at the moment. So I'm gonna place it like right over here somewhere and make it out of what I have the most of, neoconcrete. Just place that right there. And we need 4 blood stones. So the next 4 to be sacrificed we'll use for that. Then we'll build this thing up. And this will be a better place to be doing that sort of thing. Because right now, our work speed is very slow. Alright, okay. You're finishing things off. Excellent. What is this? New entity discovered. Ghoul. A vicious humanoid ghoul is attacking. It is intent on inhuman savagery and cannot feel pain. Prepare to defend. Alright. So this is a new one, apparently. They want to attack my kitchen cupboard. Well, they don't have any equipment. They are incapable of everything except melee and shooting, but their shooting is 0. I don't know what they would shoot. I don't know if their traits affect them or not, but they can live in harsher conditions. Hunger rate is 80%, that's kind of nice. They can forage for food. Oh, but they are incapable of shooting, so their 0 shooting doesn't matter. Okay, what is this? They have a corrosive spray. Spray acid a short distance. The corrosive fluid through a surgically implanted duct, allowing the ghoul to spew it from their mouth at high velocity. Okay, so that is something that they're able to do, even though they can't shoot. Their only need is food. Interesting. And whole body ghoul. So this person has been implanted with an Archotech shard, twisting them into a jittering murder machine. Its body is an amalgam of flesh and metal, while its mind cycles between half-conscious stupor and murderous intent. They cannot work, they can only fight. Ghouls must eat raw meat. If they go hungry, they can turn hostile. Many find ghouls' constant twitching to be disturbing, even when they aren't killing someone. So they have pain times 0, so they will stay up until they are defeated. Minimum maximum comfort temperatures, so they don't have to worry about frostbite or heat stroke. Containment strength, minimum plus 35. So I'm guessing that means 35. Max nutrition times 200%. Not sure what that does. And 0 psychic sensitivity. Then they have unnatural regeneration. It's experiencing an impossibly fast rate of regeneration supported by a distant archotechnological engine. They will heal nearly any wound in a short time. So 100 hit points per day. And just for reference, the standard torso hit points is 40. So they could heal 2.5 times that in a day. They do have a scratch scar, so I guess they can't heal scarring. Or maybe they can and just hasn't yet. This might be just something, every pawn can have a random scar. So this might just be there temporarily. And they have a corrosive heart. Modified human heart that allows a ghoul to spray corrosive fluid. Oh, okay, so it's not that all ghouls can spray acid. It's just that this one happens to have acidic blood. Okay, that makes sense. And that's filled out another entity in the codex for the basic stuff. We still have this little wiggly thing, whatever that is. But this is attacking. And I only have one containment spot. Maybe I could put it here? No. Nope, not enough room. I don't have any other place. Well, I suppose I could put it over here. If I do that, 55 should be enough to hold it. So, okay. It's coming after us. New research available. Discovery of the Aaron. The Aaron. Okay. Has yielded new insights. You can now research the following anomaly projects: Ghoul Infusion, Ghoul Enhancements, and Ghoul Resurrection. So where's all of that now? Right, there's Ghoul Infusion, Enhancements, Resurrection. So one is basic, 2 are advanced. Okay. Good to know. I don't even know if we can capture this. Because, sorry, another thing just dinged on the side. I'm gonna pause for a moment. Just because with a pain of times 0, it means that we're going to have to be lucky that we don't kill it outright. What is this? You now have sufficient knowledge of void-relating phenomena to attune the void monolith and further open its psychic conduit. This will draw the attention of more dangerous anomalous entities. Okay, I do not want to do that yet. Because, as I said, I kind of feel like our tech level is way behind what we should be for our anomaly research. Or what we've discovered. So, like, we have 8 things discovered. I kind of, it seems like that's more than I should have at this point. Or it's more than I should have at our technology level. Hello? What's wrong with you? I don't know. Oh, in the last fight, did you get hit by something? Like this? Hmm. Maybe you got some friendly fire. I don't know. That's okay though. Everyone else should be able to handle this. They can stay in there. Everyone else needs to wake up and come defend the home base. Oh, hey, how about this? Make better weapons. Right, here it is. We're missing it a lot. There we go. And down it goes. But it dropped a shard. So that's good. And unfortunate that we... again, this is kind of why I was thinking I need paralysis weapons to be able to take care of that sort of thing. Snake is hungry. They're going to get some food. Actually, you know what? Suspend that. I meant to do that earlier. I just forgot about it, and they, I guess, butchered a couple of corpses. I didn't want them to. The rest of these are going to leave for Snake. Oh, this might be why they're not doing it. Let's tell them to do it 3 more times. How are they doing? Oh, they found better clothes to wear. Okay. Okay, so they're going to be busy for a little bit. Sacrificing to their god so that we can build a better place to sacrifice things to. Okay, everything's working out. Over here, I might as well make this look the same as everything else. It's not really in use at the moment, but that doesn't mean that it has to look bad. So we'll get that done. We only have 37 hay grass, but this is almost grown, so that should be enough for filling out the rest of the floors. The hay grass should be able to give us enough for this. I don't need this though. And over here in the pet room, and maybe do something with the prison room. Oh, and we need something for this room as well. Let's see. Am I just gonna go with... I mean, it's not a bedroom or an impressive room. So I think we're just gonna go with the standard yellow tatami for that. And it should be good. Of course, it's gonna get angry as we are running around in the room, and it's gonna try and dash at us and stuff like that. What are we researching? I don't remember. Air conditioning? Is that what we're researching? Okay. That'll be good. That'll allow us to finally freeze our food and not have it spoil all the time. Because I am getting a little tired of getting these huge waves of food, and then we only make like 5 meals out of it, and then we need to wait for the next batch. So this will be good. Let's need deconstructing because that's not working really well. And we're just waiting on the hay grass to grow. I might actually have enough to take to neighbors and sell things off. Okay, got air conditioning. What do we want to go with next? I mean, I suppose if we're getting things that require power, we probably want something that generates power. So we're gonna research dynamos next. But as soon as Snake gets 4 of these, we have 3 at the moment. I want you to do 1 more. Oh, you just decided to sleep. Is that it? Got tired of sacrificing people to your dark god. And I don't know if it's a dark god. It's a blood god. It might be dark. Might be benevolent. I don't know. I'm sure that their race has a backstory to them, but I don't know what it would be. Inspired recruitment. They will succeed in recruiting the next prisoner. You don't have any prisoners. Why did you get an inspiration for that? Oh well. Alright. Well, you've already got it that much researched. Okay, they're going at this pretty quick. I guess they studied all the materials. They had some logistics that they could work on, and they did some brainstorming. Okay, cool. The rest is just normal research at this point. Although I suppose you're getting 6. Oh, I didn't realize you had a 13 intellectual. Okay, that kind of explains why it's going so quickly. Alright, Snake's back to doing this. We should have concrete to build it out of. Alright, the build's complete. Eventually they'll get hauled over to this. Give me just one moment while they're doing that. Oh, they decided to do something else. They're having a marriage ceremony. Again, I stopped paying attention for one moment, and someone's getting married. Alright. So, they're going to have their marriage ceremony. Once that's done, everyone is going to get a inspiration to do surgery. Are you sure? I mean, I guess. Alright, they're married. Now celebrating the occasion. So they're gonna just stand around, eat, chat, that sort of thing. But the important thing is... Alright, that was a bad one to click on. Attended... excuse me, hiccups. They attended a wedding. So they're getting a plus 35 to their mood. So pretty much for the next, how long was that? Well, okay, one disappears in 1.7 days, but for the next 10 days they're gonna have at least a plus 20 to their mood. And the marriage ceremony has ended. Everyone has spent so much time awake, most of them have decided to go to sleep. So since everyone is in bed and Snake is just doing research, we're going to speed things up until somebody wakes up. Or until somebody decides that they want to do something specifically. Oh, relations are going back to neutral. That's fine. Oh, how long are these guys good for? Oh, right, we're getting into winter, so they're refrigerated during the night. Okay. And there's dynamos. Okay, so at this point, is this what I want? ISR2G is something I want to get, but it looks like I need machining for that. So let's go to one of these others. Printing. You know what? Let's do that. It's partially researched because I guess we have one of these books on the bookcase that applies to researching that. But now that we've got a good basis for industrial stuff, I am going to send 3 of these colonists out to do some road building. So here we are out here, gonna form a caravan. They're mostly okay, I guess. Send them there. The Snake, Elo, and Dotori will give them all the pemmican they can carry. Where did you get the canned cat food? They'll send that out as well. I don't know if they'll like it or not. I'll have 6 days of food. And then I also need to send them out with a bunch of wood. So they'll take 300 wood with them, send them out. Some people's diets don't allow. They'll be unhappy. That's fine. There's no way I can adjust it so that... Or maybe there is. But I don't want to deal with it. I think I could adjust their food policy down here. But, you know, I'd rather they eat it rather than run out of food that they can eat. So, we're going to load them up with food and lumber. And then they should be leaving very shortly. Off they go. In the meantime, we are building this. So this will let us do more things, it looks like. So we can consecrate rooms using a lot of other things. 50 bloodstones? Okay, so to make a greater blood rune, that requires 50 bloodstones. To get 50 bloodstones, you have to basically sacrifice 50 human-like creatures. Alright, we'll allow all of that again. This is again only going to be Snake that gets to do this. And now that we have that, we no longer need this one. Not that Snake is going to be around to do that anyway. Let's unsuspend this so that we can get these guys taken care of. And let's start getting our power set up. Alright, so first things first. Gonna put in a line like that. And we need temperature. There it is. And we'll put in a cooler over the wall. So like that. I think this is a little bit of a mod. I don't know for sure. I don't like the ones that just replace the wall. This kind of makes me think it's one of those that you, one of those air conditioners that, you know, go in your window. They stick outside. Oh, they blow all the hot air outside. They blow all the cold air inside. That sort of thing. That's what this makes me think of. Alright, so these guys are almost to their destination. Once they get there, I'm going to redo this construction. Because that was just for a basic road. We want a dirt road, which is going to require a minimum of 120 wood per spot. So we set that up. And they immediately start working. So this one's going to take 195 wood. The next one is probably going to be similar. 270 it looks like. 197, and that's the goal. Okay. So they'll start working on that. In the meantime, I want to send out another caravan. How do I want to do this? So I think we're going to go visit this place. And this is going to be Yoko and 5 combat pets. Travel supplies will take a couple of rice. Should be good. Actually, you know what? No rice. Yoko has enough of plant skill that they can... does it tell me? Yeah, okay. So right here, this is how much nutrition they eat per day. So it's at 0.8. This +2 is how much nutrition they forage per day, given the chance. So, what this tells me is that she basically finds enough berries to feed herself 2 days for every day that she searches. So I don't need to send travel supplies with them. They'll find stuff along the way. So next thing is I want to bring stuff to trade. So a little bit of rice, because we have so much of it. Some insect dew, because we constantly are harvesting that from the pets that we have. Some of this leather that we're not necessarily going to get a lot of. Human leather we'll keep for the moment. Sheep wool we'll bring with us. I know we bought it to begin with, but we don't necessarily need it. Ambrosia we're never going to use, to my knowledge. Insect jade will take about 500. Again, we harvest that from the pets. Take the ebony wood because I can't use it for too many things. Tea leaves will never use this much. I planted way too much. The seeds will take this redstone. And we'll take the soda. 3 unfinished books. That means that they've started writing them in their spare time. Chem reactor I'm gonna keep because we're about to get electricity and be able to use that. Now we're down to the weapons. We're going to get rid of most of it. We're saving the bio-coated staff, and we'll save every base bow to turn into an upgraded bow. Get rid of the gun. We'll keep the carbine until I will allow myself to use it, because we're rapidly approaching the technology where we can do that. Everything else is probably in poor quality or something I don't want, so that should be good. Alright, and then we still have some extra hauling capacity because I'm guessing we're going to find stuff at the encampment. Because the signal went out, I assume that they were asking for help. The signal goes out, they no longer need help. That's just what I'm thinking. Hold on. Just trying to keep myself hydrated for the night. Alright, so Yoko's gathering that up. We'll speed things up. We'll grab everything out of storage and a few things that are in storage. Alright, so the air conditioner is made. I suppose I need the actual generators as well. So let's just put this right there. Gonna need to run a conduit over to it. And again, I'm using the hidden conduits because they're hidden, and I don't like seeing them, even when I know that the walls can hide them. But it also has stated that they are tougher, and I want to see what that means. Like maybe they take more damage? I don't know. Or maybe they don't suffer zits because they're underground. Oh, the Devil Strand is done. And so's the hay grass. Excellent. Great timing, guys. At this point, floors. That was about to be the wrong thing. We'll remove those floors. And a red fox. This red fox, in fact, is hunting Nezu. Okay. By all means. Good shot, Nico. Good shot. I know Nico's not a good shot at anything. They just like to shoot fast. Debris cascade is settled. I don't know what that means. Where did you go? Please shoot the fox. Now, no more problems with that fox. Also, these guys look like they're asleep, but don't worry. As long as I don't have it paused, the work is still continuing for some reason. I don't know how they're managing to work in their sleep. Alright, let's finish off the floor in here. And you know what, Nico? Before you start doing that, let's put fuel in the generator so I can start up the air conditioner, huh? There we go. This we will set to... I like to set it to -20. I know a lot of people will set it to the bare minimum required. I just know that every time the door opens and closes, the temperature turns warmer, so you don't want it at the bare minimum, because then things start defrosting immediately. So I set it to a lower temperature so that even with, unless somebody stands in the doorway, you shouldn't have your temperatures go off. Alright, so we have made it to the distress signal. What is going on here? This doesn't look good. Flesh mass. Tough spike. Finger spike. Dead friends. And some alpaca. What is this? A pit burrow. Small hole connecting to some unseen cave network deep under the surface. Too steep to climb. It's inherently unstable and will collapse after some time. Okay. Or it looks like you can fill it in. We have a heavy SMG over here. We have a laser pistol. So one of the things I try to do is restrict my knowledge of like firearms and whatnot. So since we're tribal, I'm not going to use firearms until I have a reasonable excuse to. Dotori, of course, can use firearms, or at least the one that they arrived with. I figure if they're going to arrive with a weapon equipped, they know how to wield it. As far as the rest of us are concerned, I won't be using guns until I have at least machining and possibly the research to craft the gun that I want to wield. If I don't go that far, then I kind of feel like how you use a laser pistol is kind of the same way as you use an SMG. You point it at something, you pull the trigger. It's not much more than that. What's down here? These are flesh bulbs, which are bulbous mass of flesh. These flesh beast organs store and refine nutrients for surrounding flesh mass. Chemical process generates a bioluminescent glow. Okay. So I guess those are building like these flesh mass things. How many dangerous things are here though? Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like. So what is a finger spike? A fleshy dog-sized creature with a single spiked limb. Despite the short legs, flesh spikes can move remarkably fast. Okay, so they're fast, they're pointy, they do melee damage. What is this? This is a tough spike. A fleshy, man-sized creature with 2 spike limbs and an armored carapace. Tough spikes throw hardened keratin spines or spikes to take down victims from a distance. Their corpses will dissolve into puddles of liquefied flesh if they're not butchered quickly. Okay, so these seem to be ranged, these seem to be melee. I will unpause things for a moment, see if turrets come online. Doesn't seem like it. New research available. Discovery of the tough spike has yielded new insights. You can now research the following anomaly projects. Summon flesh beasts. Let's go back to base for a moment so I can look at the codex. Okay, flesh beast is the last thing I was looking for all the basic stuff. But it also looks like a couple of undiscovered, so finger spike and tough spike I know of. Looks like there might be 2 others as well. Yoko has decided that she's too tired to fight and she's gonna take a nap. I was going to look. Okay, so their power grid is horrible. Although this might be close enough, if it wasn't nighttime, to be powered. Should be okay though. There's 4 of them, unless there's going to be more coming out of this pit. So let's draft up. Forward. My range isn't as good. Oh, hello. What do we have here? A Rabby technician has come back to life as an immortal. You know what? Let's back off for a moment. Oh. Apparently I didn't. You. Get over here. Alright. Something is going on with that model. I don't know why it's the way it is. Ambush. Flesh beasts are emerging from a nearby pit burrow. You see? That's why I didn't want to get too close. I mean, I think they're gonna lose. What just happened? Oh, one of these is different. 2 of these are different. Try spike. Okay, that kind of explains what happened just by its name. Man-sized amalgamation of several smaller flesh beasts. Each of the creature's limbs is capable of surviving independently. On death, they may split into separate finger spikes as each limb rips free and attacks. Okay. And they just kind of explode when they get hit, apparently. What's up here? Another immortal has come back to life. They're just casually sitting over there. So you know what? We'll let the immortal enemies take care of our enemies. Oh, 1 down. I don't think the other one's going to survive. Still, I might take out another one before they go. Nope. Okay. Well, I guess it's our turn. Let's move up. Oh, now they're just attacking things at random. Okay. Let's go ahead and move up. Start taking care of them. Interesting. Oh. Yoko, back up. Let them take the front line. And this one survives. Not for long, but it does survive. So let's go ahead and finish it off since I can't capture it. Alright, ambush, do research, override. Oh, right. There's still some more. I suppose that wasn't all of them. That was just the ones that came after me. How bad are you hurt? Not very. You'll recover from that in a few minutes. One shot. Area is now safe. Excellent. Let's go ahead and undraft. Gonna stargaze? I thought you were tired. Anyway, I have a submachine gun there. We're going to say to behead that one and that. Finish these off. And then what do we do about this stuff? Maybe clear it away? Because it said like these things grow it. So if I do this, how long would it take? It'd take a little bit, wouldn't it? Oh, but it looks like it does a lot. And it explodes or something. And you keep going. Alright. Come over here. If you're gonna do that, we can see that that doesn't actually do anything. Let's shoot this one. And the insect girls are supposed to be helping, but I guess this is considered a wall, so they're just gonna meander about. Oh, we have revealed another one that will be coming for us. They'll fight that, hopefully. Yeah, there we go. Alright, safe again. Let's claim all the doors so that we can walk through them without trouble. Let's have a look around. So I'm guessing the camp loot is what we can get out of all of this. So nothing there. I wonder if these flesh masses, they look like they might be hiding stuff. Oh. And I guess the buildings are hiding more enemies. Ow. Stabbed in the ear. That's gotta sting. Hello. Flesh sac. Contains unknown. A swollen lump of flesh with something inside. These stationary flesh beasts act as a digestive organ, supplying the surrounding flesh mass with nutrients. However, they're unable to break down non-organic matter, meaning that valuable items can be found within. Okay. So I guess again, just attack it. Alright, we're gonna do this. We're gonna tell you to attack it as well. Relations go back towards whatever neutral is. There we go. There's a shard. Exhaustion. Okay, fine. Here you go, Yoko. There's a bed right there. Oh, okay. I mean, if you want to do the beheading first, I am all about that. Take care of the immortals before they get back up. Obtain their power. And now you're gonna go to rest. Okay. Did that help you at all? No, you're still a greater immortal. You have things that you can do and get better at and stuff like that. Oh, did you obtain anything new? Maybe some skill points. Doesn't look like any new skills. Oh, some of the road has been built. They're now moving to the next construction site. They won't be able to get that part done, of course, with the wood that they have. And then you guys are just sitting here taking care of the base while we're out exploring and building roads. Is there anything... Ancient Complex I'm working on. Sacrifice for Snake I haven't actually done yet. But I have made a place to sacrifice for Snake. We're working on the road. We are helping the camp. Power through walls, we kind of did a little bit, I suppose, while everyone else is away. This is something that they can do. So we'll just run some wires right through there, maybe like that, to double up. We'll run it all the way over to this side so that these guys can have a bit of electricity as well. Then up and around the hospital probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Down here. Just through most of the walls, I guess. You know, might as well do it through all the walls. Probably run it across here so that we can do all of this as well. And that should keep them busy for a while. I didn't even look to see if I had the steel for that, but 2,300 should be enough to get that done. Meanwhile, back here, we've had enough time to sleep. Let's look to see what else is in this camp before something bad happens. Like this pit bringing more in, or somebody else getting up. Oh, there we are. We have another flesh thing. Some food. It looks like there might be something on the other side of this room as well. These beds are all normal. That one's a good one, but I think we have good ones. And a couple more. 2 more shots. 1 more shot, come on. Found 20 gold. Oh, there we go. Let's see what's on the other side of this one. Hold on, is there a better weapon nearby? I mean, I know that there's a laser pistol and SMG. What is this? Another pistol. Okay. I was hoping for something else. Wonder where this goes. If I do this, you start automatically attacking stuff as well? Yes, it'll go faster. That's what they're here for, after all. Alright, you actually look over here. You keep attacking the wall. Can I melee attack it faster? Not really. Area revealed? Wow. Whole bunch more over here. Although this looks more like it's just the ruins. Not so much the structure. You over here. Attack that. Yoko's gonna go this way to open up the door and find nothing. Didn't see this door though, so let's go back. All right, let's check these doors out. All right, we have fermenting barrels. We have a heater. Okay, might take the heater, so I don't have to build one myself. And here's another one of these things. So we'll start doing that. Looks like there's some batteries in the back. And doesn't look like flesh covers up anything else. Oh. You know, it might help if I actually step in to attack the bulbous thing. Alright, gonna undraft that. They're gonna come back in here to help out. Well, they're not gonna help out. They're gonna stand around while I do all the work. You know what? There's a big bunch of flesh right here as well. Oh, apparently it contained somebody. Not going to take their stuff because a lot of that I don't want to use or can't use. That might actually be it though. Not much more to see. I'll dig through this a little bit though. Because it looks like, again, something might be behind it. Nope. Okay. In that case, gonna reform the caravan. We're gonna head down here. So everyone's coming along. Gonna go ahead and grab all of the food that we found because it's food. Grab the shard. We'll leave the severed heads because we don't need them. The slate blocks. That would fill up our stuff. Instead, let's take the equipment. see what we can sell. I know I said I wasn't going to take it, but I don't feel like sifting through which stuff is good stuff and which one isn't. The beds, just good at best. Did have a heater, so let's go ahead and take that. And that should be it. I'm not going to pick up the solar generator. That's just silly. And now we'll head down to the ancient complex. We may find more than we can carry at the complex. I don't know. Can unpause it. I've forgotten what we're doing down here. You are reading a book. Nico is... Ah, right. Building the walls. That, or the conduits in the walls. Also, I can cancel this because those 3 tiles cannot be reached. And we do have 860 excess that we're not using. So I think it's time to... Oh, what's going on? Auto-saving, okay. Time to get rid of these lamps. I might keep the lamps that sit on the floor because they fit the style, and we're moving away from these old ones, the wall lamps. Yeah, there we are. And then once those are deconstructed, we will put in the powered ones. So wall lamps are now part of normal Rimworld. So you no longer need a mod for these. Which is great because then it also has different styles to it. Alright, you're on your way there. You are still working. Okay. Just wanted to make sure that they didn't run out of stuff. We can speed things up. Now careful, Nezu, don't anger the Chimera. And we also have like a draw animals ritual that we could do. So it creates a psychic pulse which will draw a distant herd of animals into the local area. You can then hunt or make use of them as you choose. The caravan has run out of resources. Okay. That's what I was expecting. Now they can come home and grab some more resources. Or help gather the resources first, I guess. Oh, and Yoko has reached a new destination. Here we are at one of these places. So these places should have like treasures and loot. It's also got a pretty large building just sitting right here. Not that I can really do anything with it. But let's draft up. Let's head down here. Actually, over here. And I'm just gonna do this a little quickly. We'll grab this little guy and take direct control. That was a lightning strike. That means there was a mortal inside somewhere. And then we're just going to use the large stone here to break stuff. Because I don't want to spend too much time doing this. So we'll do that. Yoko can open up the crates. What do we have inside? Nothing I want. Alright. Over here. Break this. I suppose while that's happening, I can also look around. Alright, so that's that one. You target over there. Go ahead and open that one up. Well, not what I'm looking for. Alright. That one's opened up. Come over here. Yoko keeps searching down here. Somewhere in here. There you are. Hello, buddy. You're a lesser immortal. You're an ancient soldier. This is what I meant. So you're part of the Wasters, who are enemies. Independent ancient soldier. Okay. We're gonna go take him out. Because he's an immortal. And every immortal I find makes Yoko that much stronger. So do that, undraft. This little one can come down here and start breaking open another wall. Yoko, do this so that it doesn't get back up. And you're still a greater immortal, which is understandable because he was lesser. Or he was a lesser immortal, so wouldn't provide as much power. And then Yoko can just get some sleep while I break down some of these walls, have a look around. We're like most of the way done. Oh, that's dangerous. Let's avoid that. The reason why we're here is we're looking for a healer mech serum. Or equivalent. Well, let's just do this. Alright, stay away from that. Oh, Dotori proposed marriage to Snake. Snake rejected the proposal. You're going to be happy about this. Unhappy about this. Okay. What were you guys doing? Just walking back, I guess. Unloading inventory. Yeah. Been on the road for days. Not in the greatest mood. Get back home and he's like, "Oh, you want to marry?" And like, "Nope." Okay. Try asking at a better time next time. I don't know. That doesn't mean that they don't want to be together. That just means they don't want to be together yet. Alright, so most of this we're gonna just sneak through here. Alright, just the one other treasure it seems. So we're gonna just walk through here, open this up. Hopefully not trigger any of these explosives. Oh, hello. Welcome back. Other immortal, independent ancient soldier. Yep, we're gonna be getting you as well. Don't be going too far now. Me and my great shot with the bow. Just wait till my combat pets get here. You'll be sorry. Yep, look at him go. I forgot, since he's neutral, they won't attack unless I tell them to. And let's move up. So we don't want him. There we go. Don't want him getting away. Do this. Reached level 6 in crafting. We have gotten a liking for shooting from one of those two. Alright, but that was that. Apparently there's nothing for us there. Gonna go to the next nearest place. Gonna grab what we can carry. Don't like Luciferium, but you know, they'll buy it, so I'll sell it to them. They can decide what to do with it themselves. Some silver lying around, and that seems to be about it. Alright, that place was pretty useless. But let me see here. So, at this point, I've been going for about 3.5 hours. I think I'm gonna call it here for the night, and we'll continue this on Monday when I get off work, get home, and am ready to stream. So, not too much exciting things happened tonight, although I gotta say I'm liking the way the base is looking at this point. I like how the common and work areas, like over here, have kind of a going theme of the yellow tatami. The living spaces have the higher quality, better looking tatami. There are still a few things I need to swap out, like all of these beds, this dresser. Might go for normal beds, might go for the futons, just because those look like they fit better. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed it tonight, and I guess I will talk to y'all next time. Have a good night.